Hey everyone, Mr. Wood back again. We're going to talk today a little bit about how to turn in projects for Soundation and what exactly that looks like and how you're going to go about doing some other things that I think will be good tools for you in the future for using this program. So the first thing I wanted to show you today was how to open a project. So what you'll do is when you come into Soundation, you'll have kind of a blank screen, but what you want to do is you want to go over to the right hand side and you'll click the folder icon right here, and then that will pop up this box and you'll scroll down. You can open any of these examples that are tied to your account. Okay, remember, using your free account for Soundation, you can save up to 10 projects in your account for free, so that's pretty cool. So your old projects that you save, if you remember to save them, that is, will be listed right there. So I have my project already open, so I'm not going to click that again. But this is one of the ones that I created a while ago, so I was just going to use this as an example. Now, for your first project that's going to be due next week, I would recommend that you use what is called staggered entrances. So staggered entrances are when you have different tracks beginning at different times. And this is an easy way to get more content out of your song. So if you have, you can see in audio channel 1 here, I have something entering here. It's like an orchestra sound. And then later on, I have some backbeats coming in to kind of fill in the sound. Down here, I made my own note clip, and we'll talk about how to use that in one of the later projects. But for now, if you just want to drag beats in for this project, that would be fine, unless you're good at tinkering around with this stuff. But I would highly recommend staggering your entrances. You can do that at the beginning and at the end. So gradually putting having different instruments and different beats trickle in, and then at the end you can have them trickle out. You can have this like big wave effect. Okay, so I'm gonna let you hear the beginning of this so you can kind of hear what happens. All right, so that gives you just a little bit of a snippet on what I have here. The other thing that I wanted to mention to you guys is make sure that you're not just being random and calling it being creative, okay? You can't just throw a whole bunch of chaos into your project and then turn it in, because then, I'm going to have to take some points off your grade. So make sure that your project makes musical sense. So don't just throw a whole bunch of stuff together and then turn it in. If it sounds like a big chaotic mess, that's essentially what your grade's going to be. So remember that. Have some musical thought into what you're doing. Have a plan. Try to create something that's worthwhile to turn it in. Now, the other thing I wanted to show you was up at the top here. There's some numbers listed, and this tells you what bar that your little slider is in. So if you want to play a certain example, you can click and drag that little slider, and that takes you to different bars. And your bars are listed at the top, 1, 3, 5, 7, so on and so forth. And I can, of course, increase or decrease those. If I want to see more of my project, I can use these sliders down at the bottom to do that. But for now, I'm going to place it right about here so you can kind of see what's going on. Now, if I click these numbers right here, then it changes to seconds. Okay, and all I'm doing is I'm left clicking on those. So if I move this over and I move it to the end of my project, I can kind of see how long my project is. My project right now is 1 minute 17 seconds. Okay, I don't think I have anything else going on down here. Yeah, okay. So right now it's 1 minute 17 seconds. So for your first project, you need to have 2 minutes of music. So right now, this example isn't quite long enough to get full credit. That's why I highly recommend you using staggered entrances and staggered endings so that you can create more sound, okay, create more length to your projects. I showed you the minimize and maximize tools in the bottom right-hand corner, so make sure you take advantage of those to see more or less of your